I just forgot that all this time I wasn't recording my audio. My bad. Those were about 5 minutes, I think. So, what I said was that I had a little accident last episode with a Bauron that resulted in my untimely death due to mismanaging my hotkeys. But after being rescued by one of my other characters, I went back and got my revenge on him. I truly hope I eventually learn how to do this YouTube thing properly, because I am losing quite a lot of content out of this for no reason. If you're a Death Knight, you eventually will come to this place to learn one of the spells. You just have to click your book to learn the names that you have to say here. I'll showcase it eventually. This is a very large dungeon, much larger than I thought it would be. It has been a long time since I came here, and it was mainly because of my Death Knight. And since she was a bit stronger when she got to this point, I didn't have to care very much about the enemies. The layout of the multiple floors gets a bit confusing at times. But I feel like we are not dying as much as we could have been if we were playing a bit faster. Victoria in general is very tanky and very safe, but the 3 deaths in 30 episodes it is, I think that this is the number 30, it's really not much. I remember when I started Akalabeth, I died all the time, even in the newbie dungeons. It took me quite a while to get enough practice to be able to do things safely. Crystal table, we'll take it. Now, to Violet Balrog of Hades, unsub. Not as dangerous when there is only one monster in the room. And it's gone. I'm sorry, Dappa, but you were in the way. So this is a place where serpent people summon undead and demons to do their bidding. It's quite something. Could always create a buffer of those repairing potions to avoid a trip to the blacksmith. Saruman, the Slayer of Souls. I thought that they kinda liked souls. Isn't it their food or something? Why on earth would he slay the souls? The Claw of Saruman, we'll take it. Never know when you might need it. Now we gotta we gotta remember that we have enemy of one active. So if a room looks slightly dangerous, it probably is. That was very squishy undead. Kinda want to have a character that uses throw type material for their weapons. I like the colors. So, just to be sure, let's use the rebirth potion. In case we get paralyzed and can't heal through the poison or something. But if we can keep it at something like 1 death per 10 episodes, I'll be very happy. That's nice. Ours has resist stuff, which is much more important to us. I was wondering why the music is different. We forgot to turn on war mode, which is where we spend the vast majority of our time. Well, anyway, I think that that's it for this dungeon. We had a very unfortunate death in here, but for the most part, it was fine. We got uh, 2.2k gold. We didn't lose much. Let's go back to Ladoria. Now, where was the jeweler? Here, nice, very close to the bank. Do we also have a leather worker nearby? No, I think it's too much work trying to find it. Let's just deposit this and sell it all eventually. Let's put the resources here. The decoration goes in here. This is a quest item, so it goes in here, I think. Yes. Yeah, the once drop rate was absolutely gutted in one of the patches as an unannounced change, which is kind of sad. The way that those things are organized is lackluster to say the least. But the developer doesn't seem to know how GitHub works, which is a shame. But anyway, let's continue on our adventure. Now we will hug this wall. Let's check our gold real quick. 107k, so we need 53 more. Now we will go to a place called Shame. Since this episode is a little short, we will probably just clear the first floor of it and call it a day. It's a bit of a long track to get there anyway. Yeah, we are in the right direction. I just noticed that aside from getting 160k for the power scroll, we will also need to get enough money to get a boat, which we will need to reach Ladoria. There's a whole lot of red people in here, but not much else. I think I'll leave them be. And I also noticed that they took the wrong turn, and we shouldn't have been here at all. So let's fix that mistake. What we want to do is to get to the other side of this ridge. I really like the way that our little dragon looks. It's a really nice mount. Shame that it took us like 30k to get it, but I like my things fancy when I can afford them. The Thunderous Hall Cavern. Which is a needlessly large place whose purpose is to get you to shame. The way that their shields shine is very funny considering that there is no actual light source in this place. Maybe I should turn off my light filter. Where is the option for that? Is this? Maybe I'm filtering them in Razer. Yeah, this looks much darker. It's a bit easier on the eyes, especially for barren places like this. But when we are out in the forest and the like, it will look prettier. Now, this is one of those dungeons that has a layout that is mildly difficult. It's the dungeon Shame, which is also a difficult dungeon. So the enemies will be a bit harder for us. But thinking about it a little more, I think I will make this episode shorter and leave the exploration of Shame to be in its own self-contained episode. So if people want to see just Shame, they can do it. It was very easy to find. Just come west of Ludoria to the mountains and get into them. Getting here, there are many floors to this place, and we will be taking them on once we return to the game. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, even with my technical fumbles. And I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.